Hey guys, so I'm in my XLT model Ford Maverick, and these are the stock seats that it came with. Today, I'm going to try some aftermarket seat covers. We'll give it a shot. Take a look at these seat covers. All right, pull one out. Okay, so it's the synthetic leather. These look like the back seats. Take a look at the leather. I think it looks pretty good. It's nice and thick, and it should be really easy to clean since it's a synthetic leather, and it's not, cloth like my stock one, which is a little bit harder to clean. All right, here are the front seats. There's the second front seat, but let's take a look at it. So you see, it'll still preserve your airbag, which is very good. This looks like it's two of them, one on top, one left, and one right, and it should slide right on top. And here we have the bottom part of the seat, so let's install that. In addition, there's the head covers and even the center armrest padding. That's cool. Here's some hardware to install the seats, some gloves, pry tool, and some directions. Okay, so let's follow the directions, see what it looks like. All right, so it looks like we start first with the bottom, and you can see the inside, the way it looks. Got some straps here that'll keep the seats connected, the covers connected to the seats. Let's put it on and give it a shot. All right, so according to the directions, we're going to use these hooks here underneath to secure them in. Okay, we're going to use the hooks on the elastic bands, and underneath the seat there should be plenty of hardware that we could hook it onto. Okay. These straps, we'll stick them underneath so that we can secure them later. All right, so I got the strap from underneath, so I'm going to tighten it up. And there's a buckle right here that I'm going to tighten it up on. And there's two of them. Nice and tight. We'll do the same to the other buckle. Here, I think what I could do is slide this underneath and hook this underneath the chair so the fit is even tighter. All right, I think that makes it nice and tight. Let's look at the seats. You can see my dirty hands has already gotten the seat dirty. So we're going to test how easy it is to clean after I'm done. There's a lot of oils and stuff underneath the seat, so be careful when you're doing this. Maybe that's why they gave us the gloves. But that's the bottom. Let's install the top. All right, so for the back, looks like this, and there's a little bit of a zipper for you to unzip and squeeze it through. First, we need to take off this. All right, look, there's a back pouch too, so you'll be losing your pouch, but you'll be gaining that pouch, so it's all the same. Okay, down here there's this little plastic thing, and I think what you're supposed to do is just shove it in here, and it's a real tight fit. I don't know if you can do it, but I'll give it a shot. All right, okay, that's the way it'll look there. I think after that we could kind of shove it in a little bit like that. Okay. Got distracted, so let's go back to the back seat. So back here, this is where you want to put in those discs. And you can see it's going to hook on to the back side of the seat. Okay, so with these discs, you should be able to push them back and hook them around the seat. And you can't really see it. It's going to be wedged between this top and this bottom. Okay, back side, you can't really see it because there's this cover here. So next up, we're gonna secure this bottom part. Again, we're gonna use these hooks. All right, that's the way the back is looking. Looks pretty good. It's a little kinked up right now because it came in packaging, but I would imagine that's gonna straighten out over time. Let's put on the headrest. All right, headrest. Looks like it's pretty easy. Yeah. That means it's going to be a real nice tight fit. All right, so once you got it stuffed in there, there's a Velcro on the inside. That's the way it looks. Okay, let's put it on. There's a couple of holes here. We'll put that through. There we go. Get those things exposed. All right. There we go. Not a bad fit. Here's the back side. Here's the front. Looks pretty good. There's the old seat. So now I'm going to put on that seat and then we'll do the same to the back seats. All right, both seats are in. Now you can take a look at it. Passenger seat. I think it looks pretty good. Headrest. Back side. I think the fit looks pretty darn good. It's going to protect my seats pretty well. So now it's the back seat time. Okay, so for the back seat, looks like there's just these straps that you just take off and you tighten up. Okay, you just put the straps on. This back side, tighten up this direction. And we'll do the same for all of them. All right, let's see how it looks. All right, I think it looks pretty good. let's get the back side up. All right, so the back side is very similar. It just uses all those straps that you tighten up on the back. All right, one last strap. I think it looks pretty good. Let's see. So here you'll see that there's even slots for the child baby seat anchors. So if you still need to use those, they have that too. I already put these through. And we're gonna put on the headrest. And there's also a slot for the armrest. All right, let's get those last pieces in. All right, that's it. I think it looks good. There's just one more item left. All right, that's the last thing. Another pretty good fit. Okay, that's how it looks looking at the back seats. So, you know, like I said, they're seat covers, so it's not going to fit perfect. So there's a little bit of looseness here. Right there, you can see a little bit of looseness, but still, not looking too closely. I think it looks really good. Back seats. Back of the front seats, looking up. All right,